We want to talk with you about the books that feed your imagination and the vices that spark your soul.
We drink, we curse, we read things. Come sit by us. Expect no judgment, just good times.
Welcome to Paper and Vices. Books reviewed, vices indulged.
Mature content warning.
I am Victoria Papers.
And I am Lee Vices.
And I have a 10% ABV Imperial Pumpkin Ale that I have saved for when I was craving pumpkin spice. And it's like a week out of the date on the bottom of the can. And fuck that, it doesn't matter. It's a week. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
You probably could have gone like another week or two, but, you know, it's good to clear it from your fridge. It's a good excuse.
Yeah, it's totally... I'm doing it so I don't waste. I'm also drinking my old pumpkin beer out of the Reasons I Drink koozie.
Nice.
It's actually been really fucking useful.
Yeah,
it's the only souvenir we got from the Alanis concert.
It's still like one of my favorite songs on that album. Like I'll listen to the two songs,
good.
the Ablaze song and the Reasons I Drink, and then the one after it, the one where she's talking about the postpartum depression song, like one of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like those three songs all in a row, like I'll listen to those three, and then I really don't listen to the rest of the album. Just like these are the three songs, and then I'm done.
To clarify, the whole album is good, but those three songs, especially if you have struggled with mental health or your spiritual journey, or you've had children, or you've ever either struggled with addiction, or you've just gotten to that precipice where you're like, I am using alcohol, substance, food to deal with my life problems instead of dealing with my life problems. Holy shit, I'm on a cliff edge. I need to step back. Or just the whole rip your heart out of your chest and make you look at it songs on the album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Speaking of like songwriters and stuff like that, I listened to like a song and a half of Semler today from when you were talking about it.
So good.
I got a taste of it enough to know that I want to listen to more. So I was really impressed. Just the two songs that I listened to, there was such a big, maybe big is not the right, like, I don't know. I don't know the background. They is the pronoun, or?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm trying to go with they, but I was pretty drunk last time and kept fucking it up.
Yeah, it's all good. So, Semler, like, it was good to just listen to the variety in the instrumentals. Just the songs were good.
It's a very particular thing, I think, for people who grew up in spiritual abusive environments, like whether you were an LGBTQ plus kid in any sort of church denomination, except maybe Anglican, or if parts of Anglican.
Yeah. Or
if, you were just too intelligent to not believe that dinosaurs and birds are related in an evolutionary way. I feel like every kid that's ever just felt like they had to put on a mask around their parents in their church relates to their music really well. And it's good times.
Yeah.
Good times in the therapeutic crying way, but good times. I have Halloween beer, and that's awesome. I do not have another bottle of my favorite pumpkin spice, which is not, because it's only February. I have like 257 days until next Halloween.
Yeah. You've got to be able to find it somewhere, like, on clearance. Maybe it's too late for that.
No, like, there's other ones I can find, and I ordered my secondary brand online tonight. It's just, this is my favorite.
Yeah. So I am drinking, I got this, Tazo Tea has this box of chai latte in the tea aisle. Yes. So it's really quite tasty. So I pair it with oat milk. It's really good. I just do half and half. Sometimes I do a little bit more chai than oat milk. And usually what ends up happening is it starts out as like a small glass, and then I just keep adding until it's the perfect mixture, and I end up with like a big glass.
No.
I know. And then I have to drink it. Sad times. But I found one that's like a skinny chai latte. and I always look on the back of, like, I try to look at the ingredients list on everything.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because, I don't know, it's a weird thing that I have. So, like, I looked in, because of peanut butter, that's why, and hydrogenated oil. They try to put that shit in everything.
I do read the peanut butter.
Yes. So, there's nothing weird or funky in either one of those. And I was like, well, maybe I'll try, like, the ingredients list on the skinny one looked pretty good. So I was like, hey, it doesn't look like there's any, like, extra sugar, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to try this. It's not as good as the regular one. It's passable.
Of course.
I will finish it. But then when I go back and buy another one, I'm getting the fully leaded, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me clarify. You shouldn't read the back of packages for anything you consume while we're recording. There we go.
That's fair. That's fair.
What are you reading?
So I am currently reading still The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I had started it last episode, and I'm getting pretty far into it. And it's really interesting because just, like, she's going, and I'm just gonna give the blanket spoiler alert. But, so the author's going back and forth, you know, like, to, like, the past, like, 1700s to, like, 2014, telling this lady's story. And you're starting to get more of, like, how she made it. So here's the spoiler. Like, people forget her, like, after they walk out of her presence. So, and then, like, it just really goes into detail all the implications that has for her life. And...
like, massive depression?
Yeah.
Is that one of them?
Yeah. Yeah, it does mention that. But just, like, basic survival, like how she eats and gets money and, like, has a place to sleep at night. And it's just really, like, it is definitely a slow burn book. But it's just really cool to... I don't know, it's a good place for me to read right now, just because it's like that, it goes into details that, I don't know, it just makes you think. Like, it's definitely one of those books where, oh, if I were in this situation, how would I handle it? And it's just interesting to see how she handles it. And then she also threw in a chapter from another character's point of view. And I'm like, how is this person going to play into the story in the end? So I'm very excited about that, because all of it's like Addie's story, and then it's like this other guy. And then, like, nice. You flash away from him. I'm like, okay, he's got to be important, obviously, but how? So, anyway.
That's cool.
Yeah. What about you? What are you reading?
As promised, I picked up Polaris Rising by Jessie Mahalik, because I read Hunt the Stars, and it was really good. Mm-hmm. Polaris Rising, I'm about a third of the way through. Also very good. I am saying a lot, and I am like 4 sips into this beer. This is the best recording night ever. It's not one of those books where, like, the end game is the romance, though there's definitely a romance. She does a really good job of satisfying the basic white bitch part of you that wants to read a romance novel, while also giving you something more interesting, meaty, and unique to dig your teeth into.
Mm.
There are spaceships. Love me some spaceship romance.
Yep.
There is consortium and houses and prearranged marriages for political reasons and house wars and, like, lots of just good juicy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of it and the rest of them in the series. And I already owned Chaos Reigning, which is number 3, and I guess I just never read it. And I think I want to say that Jessie promoted it in one of the book groups I'm in when it came out, and it was like $2 or something, so I just threw it on my Kindle.
Nice.
And then I forgot to read it, because my to be read list is not just physical books. It's also on my Kindle.
Yes. Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
You gotta, I mean, there's an endless supply of books in the universe, so, you know.
It makes me so sad I'm gonna die someday. I mean, also, like, my family and shit, but I won't read all the books, and that makes me sad.
I love how you slipped your family. I mean, also my family. I mean, I guess they're okay.
Also my family. I will miss them. But, I mean, my cat's gonna die before I do, so, like, he'll be on the other side. I won't be lonely. but I don't know if I get Kindles in heaven. So.
True. I mean, there's got to be something to read.
You know, all these people that like, I went to heaven and I saw God, but then they revived me and I came back. Like, have any of you checked the Wi-Fi up there? Like, apparently this happens to like 5 or 6 people a year.
Yep.
It's normal enough in our society now that when you go to a new place, you ask for the Wi-Fi password and check the signal. So could one of you come back and be like, heaven's still on 3G, just so we know. Thank you. They don't have fiber up there yet. Neat. Cool. All right. Let's keep trying to cure cancer. I'm gonna go to hell. I don't know why I'm worried about this.
Oh, man. That's okay. I'll be there with you. It'll be good.
We'll be on dial-up. It's gonna be the best.
And you said dial-up, and I heard the sound.
Yes, me too. Hashtag millennial.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
What about your vices? What do we got going for vices this week?
Be shocked at something from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's Raspberry Hearts are very good cookies, and they usually have raspberry stars at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then one year they had both Christmas and Valentine's Day, I think. But they definitely didn't have raspberry stars this past Christmas. And I was like, well, that blows. But you also like can't be mad at it because there's been a global pandemic and the ship got stuck in the canal and everything is shitty. So like, I mean, I'm not going to whine about cookies.
Yeah.
But then I went on Superb Owl Sunday and they had them. So I bought 2 boxes. So there's 1 box in the freezer and 1 box up here in the office that our sound guy and I are sharing.
Nice. So because it's the crunchy cookie with the like the gel kind of stuff. Yeah. So how is that? Like, do you have to wait for it to kind of thaw out a little bit?
I have no idea. I haven't thawed any yet. I just froze them. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, no, I have a big thing with frozen cookies. Like, I love frozen cookies.
Oh,
like,
yes, I remember this.
Them. And everybody thinks it's really weird because, like, when you first take a frozen cookie out of the freezer, it's still rock fucking hard. But, like, you set it out for 5 minutes and then, like, it's crunchy and then it, like, starts getting more chewy as you go. My mouth is watering right now.
It's the same theory as, like, putting Nutty Bars on the freezer. I don't know why it's weird.
Yes. So good.
Yeah, I just realized I just put my husband's Nutty Bars away on a container in the counter for snacks and not in the freezer. That was dumb. Go me. Anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You could go rectify
I can go
tonight.
fix it. He totally won't hear this admission before I fix it. It's fine.
You're safe. It's good.
I'm totally safe. What's your vice? Other than frozen cookies, apparently.
So, this is gonna sound super lame and boring 40-year-old problem. But so I had my vein surgery, my phlebectomy a couple weeks ago, and I'm healing quite well, and now it's just to that point when, like, I don't know, like, I've got like numbness, tingling, healing, and then like the parts, like the little, like he made like little injections, but they're like little tiny cuts and there's like bumps underneath them, so like, but the bruising is going away, so like I'm on the road to healing. But anyway, where this is going is I'm supposed to wear compression socks. So I was like, I'm not going to just wear my boring ass black and gray compression socks since I have to wear them all the fucking time for the next couple weeks. I need crazy ones. So I went online and I found a company called Crazy Compression, and they make compression socks with different designs. So I bought a pair that are like, they're black with unicorn heads on them, and the unicorn heads are like neon. Yeah, it's
I
really
just googled the company and I'm looking at them now. Oh, these are all like, there's pink socks with green beer for St. Patrick's Day. That's amazing.
Yep. And
these are cool. These are all used socks except maybe the green beer.
Yeah. And I found like a coupon code, so I got both pair for the price of one, which is really cool. Because I also got like black and like white tie-dye stuff. It's really cool. I'm excited.
Oh, I see the neon. Oh, it's like a neon light. but it's in the shape of a unicorn head.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very 80s baby of you.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
You didn't get the green and blue skulls?
I looked at those. It was hard. I had like 4 in my cart, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to start with 2, and we'll go from there. And they're okay, like, as far as quality. They're pretty good, but I may try. There's another company I may try. Like, apparently I'm collecting compression socks now, because this is where I am in life. It's okay.
We don't have a TikTok. It's all down here from here. Downhill from here. Ooh, I can talk.
It's okay. We're channeling each other's vibes. It's good.
It's not even 11 p.m. This is great. This is great. Books we're looking forward to. So the day we're recording this is actually the week that House of Breath and Sky comes out.
Yes.
Leah's in the middle of Addie LaRue. I just downloaded House of Breath and Sky to listen to on Audible. I'm going to start it. When we're done, we're going to talk about it. I don't know that we're going to do a full special episode.
Yeah.
But we may do a Just Paper, No Vices episode. I am 3 chapters in and I have thoughts.
You sent me a message and I was like, oh God, did she start it? And what you said, I was kind of like, oh.
Yeah. I won't tell you any of my thoughts, but I definitively have them.
Yes.
So I have been, because I can't vent to you, I've been venting to my husband's best friend and his husband about my thoughts.
Have they read it?
No, but they have read a lot more books than I have.
Okay, gotcha. So
they're also smarter than I am, so it's fine. But just random, this is what I think of this, oh God, this is happening now, thoughts. Yeah. The book does not open the way you expect. Oh. It's very it's a prologue. I mean that's not really spoilery. It's a prologue. This thing you didn't know was happened, and you have to know it to understand the rest.
Gotcha.
But I will say this. I'm a little worried because even amongst Sarah J. Maas fangirls, like in the subreddit, even the ones that are like, I love this book, 5 stars. You read through their comment history and they're like, oh no, it takes 40 to 50% of the book for you to get into it. But after that, it's really good. And I'm like, that's
a big fucking book.
That's not a good book. Like,
yeah.
Unless it's a textbook or it's non-fiction. Like, okay, obviously there are books that we all read to make ourselves better. Like, if you are reading the 1619 Project, it's probably not going to be a good time, but you should read it because you should know, right? Right? Okay.
I haven't read that one, actually.
It's really important to read.
Fair.
I'm about halfway through because it's also heavy and I have to put it down, and I'm not even black. I'm white. It's one of those books that you should read. It's very good. Very good. But it's not fun.
Yeah. No,
if I'm reading fiction, you really have to offer me something to get me 40% of the way through a not fun to read book before it's fun.
Yeah.
So we will see if that is the case. Also, Crescent City is my least favorite series of her. Like, we totally fangirled over Sarah J. Maas in A Court of Silver Flames. Mm-hmm. I stand by my fangirling, not even necessarily for that whole series, but for that book in particular.
Yeah.
And Crescent City has just a different vibe in general, and we've talked about how I've waffled back and forth, and I really just can't root for Bryce.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. So we will see if this changes anything.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they throw out the fallen angel of death wears his baseball cap backwards thing, because that just, I mean, I was raised in Maryland. If you wear your baseball cap backwards and you're a white dude, you're a douchebag. So I'm hoping that gets dropped, but we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, man.
And I shall do my best to hold my tongue on what actually happens in the book until you read it.
Yeah. I think
pressure.
It'll be a good episode to do. Yeah.
It will.
That'll be fun.
By the time the rest of the internet has calmed down about it and is talking about other things, we'll be like, hey, here's our episode on House of Sky and Breath. It'll be fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's all good.
It's fine.
Oh, man.
I think that's it for us for this week. We should probably go take naps or drink more. A or B. Like, we need to drink more or go to bed.
Or both. Drink more.
Los dos.
Go to bed.
Yeah. You can find us everywhere online at Paper and Vices, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.com. You can email Lee at paperandvices.com or Victoria at paperandvices.com. We would love to hear from you. If you have read House of Sky and Breath, I want to know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Just put House of Sky and Breath in the subject line or at the start of the comment. And I will wait a couple days until I finish the book. And I check our social media more than Lee does anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I really want to know what other people think about this book, because Core to Silver Flames, all about it. Still have several copies.
Yep.
This, I read the beginning of the series, and it's very, very pretty book. So I'll keep reading it, but I'm not as hyped. So I want to know what everybody else thinks. And, yeah.
In the meantime, don't be an asshole. Smoke a joint and take care of yourself.
This has been a production of Paper and Vices, LLC. Copyright 2022. This episode is presented for entertainment purposes only, and any vice should only be pursued within the legal boundaries, common sense, and personal responsibility of each person. Please check your local laws and do not engage in any form of bitchassery. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individual hosts and guests only, and do not in any way represent the views of Paper and Vices, LLC, nor any named persons, nor should they be considered personal, medical, or legal advice. Previous episodes and other commentary can be found at paperandvices.com and patreon.com/paperandvices.